to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Wilson's Seahawks. So let's get you up to CenturyLink Field in Seattle. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here's a look at the starting offense. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react, and that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, #1 offense, #1 scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015. So you can recover from it.
They'll run for it. Rawls. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. A gain of 6 there on first.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Four yards remaining now on second down. On second down, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. It's caught at the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. In motion right is the running back. On second down, Wilson looking for Baldwin, intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And for Coleman, if you combine the rushing and receiving yards, close to 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns as well and was just really a great 1-2 combo with Devontae Freeman. An
outstanding one. And just think, if he's on just about any other NFL team, he's probably the lead running back. And Devontae Freeman gets the bulk of the carries. But Coleman, when he does get his hands on the football, he really produces in a big way, speaking of the numbers you just gave.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Third down, Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Wilson on second down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll hand to Rawls. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On first down, Wilson. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. First down, this is Rawls. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Wilson. Complete outright to Kearse. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Luke Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown
Why
there.
are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished. Actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll give the Seahawks a first down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Sean Weatherspoon with a tackle.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Wilson out to his left. And an alley to run. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
They'll run with Rawls. through. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A second down carry for Procise. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
They'll try to run with Rawls. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second and 10 now, Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's